Hey gang, what's going on? Sorry, I took a little mini break. It's been a lot going on this week, last few weeks. I had to get another laptop, and I've been needing a laptop, so I was using my work laptop. And then they were like, we're upgrading the laptop. So now I was like, okay. And the one they gave me wasn't really functioning the way it should be. It was like, I think it had 8 gigs of RAM. But anyway, I'm back. I'm here talking about... why mofos be lying? That's what I'm here to talk about. And it sucks because we already have a lot of other red flags we gotta worry about. And now you gotta worry about if a mofo is truthful, like what their intentions are. Like I saw a video and a guy was like, I don't like you, I wanna hit, and I don't want a relationship. And the girl's like, well, girls be like, well, tell me that. And it was like, the guy was like, where would that get us? Ew, that's so nasty. Like, that's just, you know what, you're, that's like consent. That's in me, that my book, I'm like, yo, that's not consensual sex. I'm sorry. That should be up there. Yes, with other forms of non-consensual sex. It sounds harsh, but it's like, why you gotta lie? You know what I mean? Like, that's corny to me. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying you can. If you want to embellish yourself and make yourself seem cooler than you actually are, cool, fine. You know what? I'm not even knocking you for that. However, to just a flat out lie, like if I ask you if you want kids or if you want a relationship, if you want to get married, and these are things that you don't want, then just say that, because obviously your game is ass. You are just a trash, because I know a lot of guys and girls that don't have to do that. They be smashing everything on a regular, and they just be out here doing their thing. They're poly or whatever. They just having multiple bodies, regardless of how and why. They don't got a lot. Like, that is so corny. Like, we still doing that in 2025. You still lying. But I mean, the video of the person that I saw doing it, I looked at him and I said, now I see why you got a lie. Like, I'm not conceited at all, and I'm not talking about something that a person can't help. Well, you actually can help your looks, because there's surgery and there's makeup and there's filters and things like that. But I saw, like, yo, boy, listen, I can see why you lie. But considering the fact, you need to work on the reasons as to why you have the inability to commit. Now, I can see if you like, oh, I'm afraid of committing, or I'm apprehensive to get in a relationship right now, or I want to take things slow, or I want to rush, whatever. But to just flat out just be like, I want to have as much sex with as much people as possible with all the shit going on, and I don't care what nobody says. You're not using a condom with each and every one of them. You're not. And guys don't carry symptoms. They'll be going down with a petri dish full of shit, and you won't fucking know. And then you'll go and have sex. This is why sometimes straight men are a red flag. I don't care. I'm gonna keep repeating, don't you? Y'all just gonna be mad. But this is the shit that pisses me off. You'll have all these fucked up things going on with you down below, and then you'll have sex with a girl whose pH balance was cool before you stepped into her life, and you'll mess that all up. But you have the flat out audacity to sit up there and challenge a woman who sits up there and says, oh, she got body, she's having sex with multiple people. But because she's able to get those symptoms taken care of, well, I hope she's able to take care of them if she gets symptoms, odor, discharge and all these other things. If she sees that those are symptoms of something that she can get rid of and treat, at least she's doing that. You walking around and don't even fucking know, because there's a lot of guys that don't know. Like, even if they give you so much as a yeast infection, and that's happened to me. Like, I remember somebody, yeah, and I was having a hetero moment that in the back of my head I really just kind of didn't want to do, but I did anyway. And I like a couple days later, I was like, I was scared, because I hadn't had sex with a guy in God knows when, and it was like, it happened, and I was like, oh, damn. So I went and got some anesthesia just to be safe, but then I went and called my doctor. I was like, I need an emergency appointment, and they were like, is everything okay? And I was like, no. And they were like, well, we can't see you until, so then I called my regular doctor, my primary, and I was like, listen, Can you? I need to go see. Now, my regular primary doesn't do pap smears, but they can get they can do culture tests and stuff like that. So I did that, and then I went to what was it? I called Planned Parenthood. I was about to call them next. I'm like, listen, y'all got to see me, and this is another thing I want to talk to y'all about too. We're gonna get to that, but that being said, it scared the shit out of me, because what if it would have been something I couldn't treat? Like, minus that over the thing. The lady was like, yeah. She was like, yeah, just get that. You be straight. You fine. But what if it wasn't? And I was so pissed off. Like, I just was like, yo, don't even say shit to me. Like, don't. Just don't. Like, you want to chill. Just don't. And I'm being very transparent. I don't have a problem being transparent. But anyway, moving on. That happened. So then I just was like, ew. And that just reminded me of that. But like, my thing is back to this. Why the fuck lie? And a lot of motherfuckers will make up so many excuses as to, well, it's harder for guys and blah, blah, blah. Girls, y'all, it's easy for y'all. No, the fuck is not. Men will fuck anything. Yeah, that's pretty much true. But you got some females that will too. But y'all don't want that. Y'all don't want to settle down. But y'all want to fuck. Y'all don't want to settle down, but y'all don't want to fuck any old thing. But yet you want to talk about a girl that is willing to be loose and promiscuous and whatever, and sexually liberated, whatever term you want to use for it. She doesn't mind having multiple sexual partners, and she doesn't mind having, and if she don't mind having sex with you, whether it's whatever, for whatever her reasons are, you don't want that. You want the girl that want to settle down. You want the girl that wants a relationship. You want the girl that wants commitment. You want to fuck up her life. Why? That is some fucked up shit. And if you are the person that do that, like I said, if a person tells you what you want, what they want, and is not on the same page, tell them early on. Like, let them know, like, yo, I'm really not looking for a commitment right now. Or, like I was talking to somebody once, and the conversation got sexual, and I told her, I was like, I'm down, but I'm not looking to settle down, so I am taking things very slow. Like, I'm just really looking for someone to hang out with, and then we could kick it. We could do that other stuff from time to time, but right now I'm back in a transitional phase. Like, I'm really picking the pieces up since COVID and everything. And she was like, okay, well, I'm looking for something serious. I'm trying to be in a relationship. And I was like, you know what? Well, we could still be cool, and I hope you find what you're looking for. What the fuck is wrong with that? Like, and let me tell you something. It's hard, because sometimes I'll be coming across females that either the ones that like me are the ones that I don't like, and the ones that I like are the ones that don't like me, vice versa. And then you got that other option where y'all don't even know if y'all are into women either. That happens a lot. That one more so, because it'd be like, damn, oh, I didn't know she was gay. Oh, I didn't know. But anyway, moving on. Still, with that being said, I really hate the fact that with people, it's like, why do you have to mislead someone to get what you want to get? That's that's just really fucked up. And I wish you could, like me personally, this is what I'm going to start telling females to do. If they at least tell you their name, you know what? You want to lie and infringe on my consent of what it is that I want. You know that I don't want to have sex with you. Just tell everybody you abstinent and you're waiting for marriage. And it's not going to happen. And see what their reaction is. If their reaction is immediately like so turned off about the fact, like, even if you're not, just to see what they're saying. Or second one, number 2, fucking background checks. You can do a background check on anyone. All you have to do, get you and you might have to pay for it, but sometimes it's worth it. And some background checks ain't that expensive. Get you a background check and see, how many times a person been married. How many times? I don't give a shit. You want to lie to me? I'm violating your HIPAA. I want to see if you are who you say you are. Like, we got to start doing criminal background checks or something, because motherfuckers really be having these ulterior motives. And I think it's only fair. If you go to a job and you go for a job interview, they do a background check. They check your resume. They want to make sure that you can do the things that you say you can do. You know what I mean? And that's pretty much what we need to do with relationships. We got to have some kind of checks and balances, because y'all motherfuckers, that's just nasty. But anyway, again, like I said, thank God that Planned Parenthood is a thing. I see that they're trying to shut it down. And I understand you're like, oh my God, the babies that are getting aborted. Okay, let me tell y'all a little story. It's been plenty of times for me personally, like, and it wasn't even like abortion thing. It was, I didn't have insurance, and I wanted, I wanted to keep up on my pap smear, and at the time, my doctor did not take Medicaid. Like, I don't think he did, but actually, no, he did. He did take Medicaid, but I did that not at that time. This was my OBGYN. So he was like, yeah, they don't take Medicaid. And I was like, all right. But now, I think now they do. Anyway, I needed an OBGYN. I wanted to go, like, I went, and this was, I think my kid was a toddler at this point, and I was like, oh shit, I need to go see somebody. So I was going to see someone. I was trying to find a doctor that took it. I didn't really particularly care for the ones that were in that network. So I went to Planned Parenthood, and I was like, I just want to make sure I'm good down below, make sure I don't have any, because I didn't have a complicated pregnancy or anything, and I really wasn't even sexually active, but I just wanted to, you always want to get checked out, because things like scarring tissue and all this other thing, anything can happen. I say that to say this, because I had a friend who went to Planned Parenthood. She got she had got a pap smear, came back abnormal, had to get another one. She averted cancer. So these services that they provide, like, abortions really isn't like, I don't care what their talking points are. They do, disease prevention and testing. You could get tested for things. You can get examinations. There are a lot of things that they provide outside of fucking abortions. And until we face the fact that we have a problem with our healthcare system in this country, don't take away all the things that people can benefit from. It's like, I swear, they want to just kill poor people. Anyway, I just wanted to say that, because I saw a video of that girl getting mollywopped upside the head in New York, because it was like, you rage baiting and you got it. And I think now that with social media, especially in these last few years, people have gotten so comfortable with saying things, and they get in person and say those things a lot, like, calling people slurs and shit like that. You gonna get fucked up. You gonna catch the right one. And then she mollywopped her. And it was like, I don't condone violence. I really, really don't. But where the conversation went, and the girl was saying, the things that I see working in foster care, it's scarier than an abortion. I would rather the child go through the abortion, rather it's the pill or the surgery or whatever, because the stuff that happens to these children, and these are the same people that say they want to protect children, but you don't, because the stuff that's in that foster, and I worked in the foster system as well. It is scary, and a lot of these kids end up not only slipping through the cracks. It's not as far-fetched as human trafficking, but it goes there. It's a pipeline. It is a pipeline for some of them, a lot of them, not all, but a lot. And it's very scary, the things that happen to these kids in foster care. Some of them are in group homes that are like not up to par. And I guess that triggered something for her. And the girl was like, well, I guess you're okay killing babies. And I guess she snapped, and I was rightfully so, because this one, like, she was trying to tell you, sometimes you got to read the fucking room. She was trying to tell you without telling you that I know firsthand. You don't know if she was in that situation herself, or if, like she said, she worked there, but she also could have been the result and a product of such. So sometimes, I'm just saying this now, the people that go around rage baiting and on this high self-righteous horse, virtual signaling and all this other bullshit, just be careful for what you get. You know what I mean? Be careful for what somebody dishes out, because, listen, I'm just saying, be careful and be ready for it. Because if you big, like this is a saying that I used to hear when I was a kid. If you big enough to talk that trash and hit somebody, you big enough to get hit back. Period. And hitting doesn't always have to be with their fists. It could be you getting slapped for saying some stuff. Don't let your mouth write a check your ass can't catch. Okay? So, I wanted to keep this short and brief. I just want to say welcome back, because I left my notes for the subject that I was going to do last time. And yeah, so if you're watching this on Spotify, the video, thank you, welcome. And I'm looking forward to getting these up on YouTube at some point. that requires downloading and a lot of stuff that I'm really not trying to do, but I'll figure it out. Anyway, guys, I'm out of here. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of the Single Chronicles. Not sure how often I will get you these episodes, but we will be back with future episodes. So make sure you save, favorite, heart, or like this so that you will be notified when I do come up with a new episode. And that is about it. I'm going to leave this out like, I'm going to end this out like I always end things, and that's be awesome, be you, but above all else, love yourself. I'm doing the heart. I'm doing it. Love yourself. I kind of miss doing it. But anyway, I'm out of here, guys. My stomach's been growling. Obviously, I'm hungry, and I need to go eat. All right. Oh, my daughter just texted me. Oh, yes. She's home, and so is my dinner waiting for me because, yeah. All right. Take care.